we want to travel with you to when you were little to figure out what was your dream when you're growing up, and what is that you want to be, you want to become?
Yeah,
So what do you?
I grew up pretty much a similar environment that you had, huh? Actually,
Mm.
I grew up in a farming community. My father was working for the Farmers Association. So my backyard is a rice farm, and my side yard is also rice growing, and left is they are growing the tomato. So I was surrounded by all the farmers. And then sometimes even my Korean friends, they cannot understand my environment because they grow up in Seoul. But I don't grow up in capital city. I grow up 4 hours away from the capital city, Seoul. And sometimes my friends said, is there that kind of place? And of course, in Korea, there's a lot of place. We are living with the farmers. And then my case is, yeah. And we don't have any person who went to the college before. So I was the first ever person in my family who went to the college. And we always have a flooded every summer, so water comes up until the waist, and then sometimes when I was a kid, water comes like that. And then, you know what, number one, my dream is to move out of that small poor city, because I don't want to be flooded in the summer. Every time summer when we had a typhoon, water goes up. Of course, when I was a kid, it was fun because play with the water, even if it's the dirty water, it was fun. But my mom and dad, they are so busy to move everything out and cleaning out. And after for a while, I just asking myself, why we keep living here, even if every summer we have a problem. But after for a while, once I became a high school and a middle school, I realized, that's because of the money. We cannot afford to move up to the higher enough place. So my number one dream is to move out of that place and living in the high-rise apartment to be safe from the water. And yeah, so you know what? Surprisingly, when I got my paycheck and then saving the money at the very first time for 3 years, first thing I spend that money is the buying the apartment for my parents to move up to the 13th floor. They've never worried about the typhoon ever, never ever at all. So yeah, I grew up like that. So at that time, I even doesn't have the luxury to dreaming about anything. Just go to the high school and just go to the college, and then getting a job to get paid, and then finding the place, live all family together. So yeah, of course, sometimes I'm thinking about to being a president of the Korea, or sometimes I'm thinking about to be judge in the court, because when I watching the movie, Judge is doing the wonderful job to taking the criminal, putting the prison, and then saving the innocent people. But I realized that at the end of the middle school, I realized I'm not good at the literature. I'm more like good at the math and science. So that lead me to go to the science high school. It's a government gifted program. So studied science and math is really fun, and went to the engineering school for my college, and I studied the mechanical engineering. But at that time I realized that I'm not smart enough because a lot of other smart kids come to the same school and they are crazy smart, and then oh my god, I thought I'm smart but I'm not anymore. Yeah, so yeah, I change the dream almost every day. When I watch the opera, I really want to be an opera singer. And then when I impressed by the teacher, I also want to be a teacher. And my uncle came to me, Soyeon, you are the smartest ever in our family, so you should be a doctor because we need a doctor in our family. And then, should I go to the medical school? And then, yeah, all different kinds of dreams I had.
So all out of all of that, like possibility of dreams and potential things that you could have, studied and becoming, and when you said that you love science and math, you could come to you become a economist or in finance or anything. Why in the mechanical engineering?
Yeah, you know what? I just went to the engineering school only because all of my people around me said that that's the best school to get a job. Around the 1990, it's a very huge economic boom in Korea, And many of the engineering school graduate, they can easily find a job at the time, and then they go to the Samsung and Hyundai's and that kind of companies that grow up at the time. It's already 30 years ago, and then those companies are small at the time, not big as now, but they hire a lot of students, engineering school graduate. So that's the first motivation to me. I need a job. And second of all, when I went to the engineering school, I'm thinking about what kind of major would be the good fit for me, because I didn't choose the major when I applied for a college. That's the best part of my college. They didn't want us to apply for a major. They just want us to study for a year and then give us a think about it, and then we should pick the major among the engineering school. So at that time, it's really stupid, but many of my friends want to go to the mechanical engineering department. I just follow them. But also, I realized that I'm not good at math enough to major in math. And I don't know why, but I did my bioengineering PhD, but at the time I don't like biology at all, so I don't want to go to the biology department much. So I had several candidates: civil engineering, mechanical engineering, material science, and then all that kind of thing. But seems mechanical engineering might be best fit to me. But for now, thinking back, it's very, very influenced by my friends, because when you are young, you easily leaded by your friends. Wherever your friends go, you just follow. And then I did also, because most of my friends are boys, because I studied in science high school, and then more than 80% students are boys, and then only few girls in science school. And all of my close friends want to go to the mechanical engineering or civil engineering, and that kind of place. It's a very manly and then hardware related thing. And also, those departments, it's easy to find a job in the all of the good company in Korea. So I love it, and I went there. But you know what? After studying in the mechanical engineering, I realized that it's really good fit for me. I love hardware. I love making something walk and move, and you can see what you made, and then you can make something move and walking and operating. So once I became third years and fourth years, I realized, oh my God, I was lucky. I just choose without having any deep thought process, but I realized I really like it. Still, I don't have any regret to choose the mechanical engineering department, because I'm more like a hardware person.